I wanted to give you an update. Let's see where we're at. I've got all the pier forms in, and most of them are backfilled pretty much all the way. And one pier form, though, wouldn't work because, you know what? Guess what? I ran into a big piece of ledge. And what ledge is, it's actual bedrock. And it was pretty shallow, but I thought I might run into bedrock at this location because, actually, let's go look at it and I'll explain it. Because this might be your situation too. Okay, there it is. That is a giant, huge, solid piece of rock right there. And it's about 16 inches below the grade. But look up here. See that big gray area right up there? That is a giant piece of bedrock. That's part of the mountain that's right behind my house. And that just kind of translates. It actually kind of comes downhill. And the angle that that piece of bedrock is, if I was to walk up there, it would pretty much relate to coming right here, you know, down into this hole here, right where this would be. So, not a problem. I'm going to dig out this dirt here. And I'm going to form this up. I'm going to drive some steel rods into the into that bedrock and lock the concrete pad that I pour right to that piece of rock. And everything should be just fine. So, let's take a look really quickly at some of the different piers, and I'll explain as I go along so you can see what happened. Look at this. So here you can see a pier, and I've backfilled a lot of soil around it. And what's really important is that inside the frame here, we have to fill all this dirt back in, because once the subfloor goes in, it's going to be impossible to fill this. And as we walk down along here, you can see another one ready to go. And what's important about filling around these piers, if you have a chance, in case you make a mistake as you snap together these pier forms, when you start to fill it with concrete, if you don't have the soil around it, the form could explode, and that would be a nightmare. Well, you can see that the dirt is not going to let that happen. And, you know, here we've got one in the corner here, and you'll be able to see all of them from this vantage point on the east side of the wall. But boy, can you see the advantage of having that wood frame now? Let's talk about that. You can see how having that wood frame in place really makes it easy to put these pier forms in. You know, some of the old methods were, you know, go ahead and stake it out with stakes, string lines. Well, you know what? That's really hard to do. And if you're doing a small shed, you know, making a frame like this is really simple. But that's the key. Now, the next video, I'm going to show you how we're going to locate precisely the anchor bolts. You're going to love that. If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to AsktheBuilder.com.